over here at Wishbone Racing. This is the remnants of a 1965 Corvette. For those of you that don't know what Corvette is built around, this is called the birdcage. And Johnny has got his Vet in about 4 million pieces. I'm sure he'll get it put back together though. But these are the little things that he's repairing. See, all this, you don't see it because it's all obviously underneath a windshield and trim and fiberglass. But this is what most of these old Vets look like, believe it or not. They tend to hold moisture. But I'm gonna walk you around over here. John's working on opposite side. This is the driver's side. This is driver's side, which John and I were kind of talking because you can't find doors or any parts for these Vets on the driver's side, and they get a little rustier on the driver's side. So we're thinking possibly because of salt. Dropsy.
Yahtzee.
So, opposite side. So this is the driver's side, and this is a back pillar for structural strength here of the car. They don't repop these. So John, being the master fabricator that he is, where's that other piece at, John, that you made?
It's clamped in.
No, the old piece.
Right on the bandsaw.
Bandsaw. Okay. So, Johnny actually redesigned this. Now, this one here, if you look here, it's got a bunch of pinholes all over it for it. And it's actually in pretty rough shape. So, what he did is he literally made a brand new one out of flat sheet metal. And he made an exact replica of what it needs to be on the passenger side now. So this is pretty impressive. I mean, it's like an exact replica, which is pretty cool. So what he's doing is he's got all these little these are all holes here that are going to be filled in right here for spot welds, just like the factory. He's not skimping on any of this. And this is all part of the structure that he has made from scratch, from sheet metal to that. It's been pretty time consuming. I know he's probably got about
A lot.
20, 30 hours, you think, in just that right there, John?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
30 hours. Here's kind of a neat thing. So, this is a die that John designed, and the die represents the hole in the back of the structure part on the car itself. It's got like a lip in here. So what John did is he actually made a die, because when he decided, well, how am I going to make this work the way it is supposed to be? So he spent about another 15 hours, 18 hours in just designing this die.
I had about 2 hours in that.
Oh, 2 hours.
2.5 hours.
All right, sorry.
Yeah.
All right, 2 hours. But all in all, it's pretty impressive because that is the end result. Factory, Wishbone Racing.
2 hours designing it and about 30 seconds to stamp it out.
Yeah, so pretty impressive. Pretty neat stuff. So again, for all you guys, I never knew this, by the way. I never knew this is exactly what an old Corvette looked like inside. Again, this is called a birdcage. Pretty cool. But man, oh man.
A lot of work.
A lot of work, for a fact.
That's what you do when you retire.
Yeah. Create your own. Now, see, a lot of guys would have just taken this and put some JB weld and like the other guy did over here on the opposite side, which, so John's starting on obviously one side of the car, but right here,
It was hit right here on this side.
this car was okay.
And that's where their fix is trim screws and JB weld. Don't weld it, just trim screw it. Same thing up here. where it's rotted away, just put some trim screws in there and put a little JB weld on there.
So that's what they did.
At least they repopped this and this. So I got all new windshield frame, everything, and it got new B pillars. A pillars, I got to fix the bottom of them, but they're in pretty good shape actually. That'll be an easy fix. But the stuff on the top, they don't repop. So
Yeah, all this on the top. So you're talking about all this, right, John?
they make the top here.
Okay.
They just don't make this corner.
Oh, I
for
see.
the coupe. They make them for the convertible. They don't make them for the coupe.
And thank God it's actually pretty decent shape
On this side,
on this side.
not
So
on the other side.
he has. So you're going to repop all this yourself, right, John? You're going to redesign this, or are you just going to fill this all in?
No, I already got pieces. I started making pieces for that.
So he's going to be making pieces for that.
Yeah.
So here is what would that be called here? This lower valance. What is this? The lower.
windshield frame. That's where they most of them rot out all the time.
Okay, so they do repop that. So he does have that. It's really kind of interesting, though, to really honestly just kind of neat just to see how this is all done. Pretty cool stuff. There he is, the Wishbone Racer right there. Wishbone Fabricator, drinking a Zizzo.